Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Christine and I'm here to help you expand your consciousness, fully realize your true authentic self, and tap into the spiritual guidance that is within and around you. If you're new to the spiritual journey or you're just getting started, then remember to click subscribe below and click the bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos on spiritual growth and expansion. In today's video, I wanted to share with you how to do automatic writing, and it's something that you've probably heard a lot before. It is quite popular, and I just want to show you how I do it personally. I'm not sure how other people do it, but it's quite simple. And personally, I've never done it before until like the first time that I recently did it, which was like a few days ago, and I got some really powerful insights. And so I just got the idea that I should share it with you. So the idea behind automatic writing is that you ask a question and then some information starts flowing through you, whether it's through your crown chakra or however you receive the information. And then you just keep writing until you can't write anymore for like a certain period of time. And then once you reflect on that, then you find the answer that you're looking for through the channel messages that were being channeled to you as you are writing. So I'm going to show you the steps that I do to connect to divine energies, or to just open up the channels for communication for like whatever I need to know to just flow through me so that I write it down. The first step that I do is just to quiet my mind and meditate for about 2 to 5 minutes. It definitely doesn't have to be anything long or dramatic. I know a lot of people like to take a long time, which is completely fine. This is up to you. But personally for me, you don't have to take so long to just quiet your mind. It is okay as long as you're relaxed, because being relaxed calms your mind down. The second step that I do is to set an intention to connect to divine beings and divine entities for guidance. And when I do this, I just kind of imagine my crown chakra opening up and all of my senses are completely open to receiving any type of information. And my intention is to just connect with them and to allow the messages that they want me to know to just flow through. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, right? So just meditate for 2 to 5 minutes, quiet your mind, and just visualize your crown chakra opening up and expanding into the cosmos, and that you're able to receive information. Imagine like a big library above your crown chakra, and that is basically your connection to the Akashic record, to receive information, or to your spirit guides, whoever you want to connect with. So again, let me repeat that. The first step is to meditate for 2 to 5 minutes, or just calm yourself down, relax for a little bit. The second step is to be completely open and to set the intention to receive messages that you need to know with whatever question that you have. The third step is to open up your crown chakra. And the fourth tip is to open up your heart chakra, because you don't want to be closed off from any messages or any feelings or emotions that might be coming through. You want to be completely open, especially if you want to connect with spirits or creator beings, or your ancestors or loved ones or animal spirit guides. You definitely have to open up your heart, because your heart allows you to clearly communicate with them, and it allows your heart to connect together and share messages with each other. And that's also the same way that you connect to living animals, by opening up your heart chakra, opening up your crown chakra as well. So let's repeat all of that one more time. First, we meditate. Second, we set an intention that we are going to receive guidance through this process. Third is open up the crown chakra. Fourth is opening up the heart chakra. The fifth step is to just ask your questions. Just ask one question. Just make sure that it's very direct and short, so that answers can come through clearly. So for an example, the questions that I like to ask are: what is my life's purpose? How do I become a better spirit communicator? How can I be more happy? So those short questions like that, you can ask any type of questions you want, but it shouldn't be anything like future-based questions. I mean, I guess you could, if you tap into the Akashic records, you probably could receive information about the future and stuff. But honestly, just focus on the present moment, because that's what's important, is how to solve the problems right now, how to get inspiration and ideas and information and guidance to help you in the present moment. Once you ask your question, you wait. You grab your pen and you wait until when you feel the urge to write, when you feel the nudge to write, then you write, because that's probably when the information is coming through to you. Because when you start writing right away, sometimes your subconscious mind is just trying to like fill in some information. And a lot of the times, sometimes it's gonna, especially when you first get started, your subconscious mind might be filling out and throwing information at you. But the longer that you do it, the easier it is, and then you can tell the difference between whether it's from your subconscious mind or from actual guidance from divine beings or from the Akashic records, whatever you believe in. And the seventh step is to just reflect back on what you wrote. You can reflect back right after you finish, or you can come back to it a few hours later, just so you can have a clear mind. And then when you see the information, you're like, oh, that's the answer that I was looking for, or oh, that's some really good guidance, or that's some really good ideas or inspiration or motivation or whatever, to help you with whatever question that you may have. So let's repeat all the steps one more time, and then at the end I'm going to give you some tips on how to make it much easier for you as you go through the process. So the first step is to meditate. Quiet your mind down, just calm yourself down for a few minutes. Second is to set an intention that you will receive divine guidance through this process. Third, open up your crown chakra. Fourth, open up your heart chakra. Fifth is to just ask your question. And then sixth, you just start writing. Seventh, you reflect back and find the answers that you're looking for. Alright guys, so let's just go through some tips, because honestly I'm a beginner automatic writer. So this is something that I just started like a week ago, and definitely is so profound, and the message came through and it was just so deep and so meaningful, and just it honestly made me feel much more connected to what I'm doing right now. So yeah, here are some tips that I've learned. The first tip that I would recommend is that you are in the right state of mindset, right state of being in general before you start connecting to divine energies, because it will be much easier for you to receive information. And when you're in a good state of being, you're completely open and it's easier for you to receive information. When you're in a negative state of mind and you're not feeling good, you're feeling angry or sad or something like that, and you want to find answers and then you start writing, a lot of the times we don't receive clear communication or clear guidance, because the energy that we project out is hard for other entities or other beings to get close to us, because we're emitting negative energy. The second tip is to just be as direct and straightforward as possible, like I've mentioned before, with the questions that you should ask, and that's much easier to receive guidance. If you ask questions like really complicated and kind of doesn't make sense and is wacky and long, it's hard for you to receive accurate guidance. So an example of a long, lengthy question would be something like this. I have a boyfriend of 8 years, but then I met somebody else who has some really great qualities that I like. I mean, they both have really great qualities, but for some reason I'm really drawn to the second person. So can I have some guidance on which one would be better for me? Oh yeah, that's definitely a long, lengthy one, so you can break that down into 2 questions. So the first questions can be like, what might I experience if I was to be with my current boyfriend? And then the second question can be like, what type of guidance do I need to know about this coming person that I have a crush on? 2 simple questions that you can work on and do automatic writing with. The third tip is to try a few times, because the first few times your subconscious mind will probably get in the way, your ego might get in the way, and your ego is trying to analyze what the heck you're doing, because it's completely different from what it's used to. And messages from the subconscious mind will start coming up, and you can tell the difference between messages from your ego or from your subconscious mind, and the difference between getting real guidance, powerful guidance, impactful guidance is the way that you feel when you read through the messages. A lot of the times our subconscious and our ego self tend to sabotage ourselves and make us not feel so good. It works based on fear, habits that we've had in the past. And you'll notice that the messages coming from divine energies and beings are more loving, more compassionate, more kind, more inspiring and motivating. And so you'll be able to tell the difference whether it's the subconscious mind or whether it's from divine beings. And I would recommend that on the first try you do it at least 3 times consecutively. So ask the question and then write, and then later ask the question again, write, ask the question again and write, just so you have enough information and guidance to reflect on. And if the first few pages were just like nonsense and that's from the subconscious mind, then at least you have some guidance later after that from the second or third try for automatic writing for your first time. And the fourth tip is to just be completely open, because a lot of the times there's going to be solutions coming through, ideas and inspirations, and there's going to be really cool, powerful guidance coming through. And a lot of the times things might not make sense when you're writing it, but as you reflect back onto it, it'll start making more sense. And I feel like, especially when things don't make as much sense, it's really powerful, because then you absolutely know that it's not coming from the subconscious mind, it's not your ego self-talking, but it's from divine guidance. Because the subconscious mind only knows what it knows, right? The ego knows what it knows, and that's how it has survived, that's how it has kept you safe. But when you start channeling messages through automatic writing and it sounds different from what you're used to, then you obviously know that it's not from your ego and your subconscious mind. The fifth step is to keep practicing, because practice makes progress, and the more you practice, the more you allow information to come through. You kind of get a feel of how things work, and the beginning process of getting in the zones, getting the right mindset and state of being is not going to be as long as it would, especially your first few times. So there you go, guys. That's how you do automatic writing. I gave you a few tips on how to go through the process with the right mindset, with the right emotions, setting you up for success on your first try. And remember, guys, you don't have to think too hard about it. Honestly, the magic is in the flow, being completely open to the universe's guidance flowing through to you, and don't close off. I guess being skeptical and curious is a good state of mindset. So just be curious to see what type of guidance you're going to receive and what type of information is going to be flowing through to you. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you do, click like and subscribe below if you haven't already, and comment down below what questions you asked and what messages came through. What was your experience with automatic writing? And remember, you can visit my website at spirittarotguide.com to learn more about spirituality. And I'm also a tarot reader, so you can book an appointment on there with me as well. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time.